Once upon a time, in a peaceful little village, there lived a kind-hearted girl named Little Red Riding Hood. She always wore a bright red cloak, a gift from her dear grandmother. One morning, her mother packed a basket of warm bread and sweet berries. "Take this to your grandmother's house in the woods, my dear," she said, smiling. "But remember, stay on the path and be careful." Little Red Riding Hood nodded, hugged her mother, and set off on her journey through the beautiful forest. Little Red Riding Hood walked along the winding forest path. The trees swayed gently in the breeze, and golden sunlight danced through the leaves. Birds sang sweet melodies and butterflies fluttered around her. She stopped to admire a family of rabbits hopping by, and watched a deer drinking from a small brook. Everything in the forest felt peaceful and magical. As she walked, she noticed a fluffy grey wolf peeking from behind a tree. But he didn't look scary. His eyes were kind, and his tail wagged gently. "Hello, little girl," the wolf said in a friendly voice. "Where are you going on such a beautiful day?" "I'm visiting my grandmother," Little Red Riding Hood said, cheerfully. "She lives in a cozy cottage at the edge of the forest." The wolf nodded. "That sounds wonderful. Grandmothers love visitors." He smiled and trotted away, leaving Little Red Riding Hood to continue her journey. The wolf, feeling playful, decided to take a shortcut to Grandma's house. He ran through a meadow filled with daisies and lavender, his paws brushing against the soft grass. When he reached the little cottage, he knocked gently on the door, but there was no answer. Grandma was outside gathering herbs in her garden. The wolf peeked inside and had a funny idea. Feeling playful, the wolf spotted Grandma's soft nightcap and shawl on the chair. He carefully put them on and climbed into bed, just for fun. A few minutes later, Little Red Riding Hood arrived. She gently knocked on the door. "Grandma, are you home?" she asked. She stepped inside and tilted her head curiously. "Grandma, what big eyes you have," she giggled. "All the better to see you with, my dear," the wolf replied, playing along. "And what big ears you have." "All the better to hear you with, my dear." Just as she was about to ask about his fluffy tail, the real Grandma walked in. Grandma laughed as she saw the wolf in her nightcap. "Oh, you playful thing," she said. The wolf, feeling a little shy, took off the cap and wagged his tail. Little Red Riding Hood giggled. To celebrate their funny little adventure, Grandma invited them both to sit by the warm fire and enjoy the delicious treats. The end.